you want to make it to Super Tuesday. How do you do that?
Well, we just have to keep plugging, like every day. We have to raise money. I'm going to make finance calls today. We have a big team of people making finance calls. And I think the fact that we did so well in New Hampshire convinces people, well, I at least have to give them some money now. Up till now, it's been, well, let them show us something. It's all talk. So I think the performance makes a difference. And those who have already been in, I think, are really enthusiastic. And they can look at the people they've talked to who didn't give and say, you see, I told you. So there's a I told you so element in all this.
So, you kind of act like the adult in the room amid a campaign where Donald Trump takes, some would say, below the belt shots. If the attacks start to come at you, which I'm sure they already are, how are you going to remain positive in your campaign and above that at the same time protecting yourself?
Well, I've got to defend myself. I mean, that's sort of like the Valley motto, right? You attack me, I'm going to defend myself. But I'm also at the same time going to be able to have a message of positivity. I mean, I want people to see a vision. I want them to see the sun coming up over the horizon. So I'm not going to get buried into defending myself, but I'm going to have to not just let somebody poke me and that's the end of it.
You were talking about running the country today, changing the government, changing the way that it's organized, and, the way you handled Ohio and you cut back on spending, local government spending, safety forces, despite them, not liking that. Do you think you would replicate that across the country, run the country like a business? Is that what you want to hear?
Oh, you have to run it like a business. And here's the thing. There is a myth out there that somehow all these local governments got hammered. First of all, the local government fund was just a tiny piece of what they had. And secondly, most of them are running surpluses because when you create jobs, more revenue flows into all these local governments. I'm not going to say that there aren't some that are hurting, but most of them, they were complaining about a situation that really just didn't even exist. But you have to get things in order. You can't raise taxes. And everybody's doing better. When you look at Ohio, the job growth is up. The strength of the economy is there, and you're going to have to make some sacrifices. People will have to, but you got to make them shared, and you don't want to favor, some Republican thing over a Democrat. Just be fair about it. I think it's probably, what's happened is this. Are we going to keep going like this? No, but I think now people are going to have an idea about me. We'll be in the mix more. People will ask more questions, and we'll have more people at our rallies and all that, and then just take it a day at a time.